Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me, so let's get into it. Neuvillette. Over the years of being in Fontaine, he has seen his fair share of arguments and things like that. But then again, he's never had to be personally involved. If anything, he has to just stop things from escalating and get the guards, so these people will be taken to court and he can deliver justice in the way that is fit. However, having you be the one that was actually hurt, it was entirely different, and for someone who claimed to be so impartial and unbiased towards anyone, he was definitely not when it came to you, and that was a little bit scary to him. But right now, nothing made him more protective than seeing that person attempt to hurt you in the middle of the street. He doesn't know why that person is doing this. He doesn't care if there is a reason. He just knows that it must be stopped and not be given an opportunity to continue. And that's why it immediately pushes him away, stepping in between you two. Just what do you think you're doing here? Had you not been in the nation of justice, I would have responded in more cruel methods. You're lucky you're still here. But truly, in broad daylight, he glares, shoving him away, and the person looks at him. Of course, he doesn't dare move closer. He would never try, not with Neuvillette standing by your side and absolutely defending you like this. And nobody wanted to mess with the Eudex. They'd all seen how he'd taken down the Harbinger just a couple months ago, so no one wanted to try. But before the man could even go and run off, Neuvillette held him by the arm and called the guards on him, telling them to escort him, and you will deal with that matter personally. Meanwhile, you stood behind him, quite shaken, which is why he made the guards deal with the matter. He had to free himself up to check on you, to see what's truly going on. Are you hurt, my dear? You shake your head, and he just looks a little bit better. He's saddened that this happened to you, but at the very least you were not hurt. Although the fact that this had to happen in the first place was the worst thing you could think of. Those humans, sometimes they are full of audacity that even he struggles to explain and understand, despite having lived with them for centuries. So he just sighs, and in that moment, he leans down and picks you up, in the middle of the street like that. You blush, staring at him. Nivi, what are you doing? I am carrying you. In broad daylight? Just like that? Is there anything wrong with that? I really don't know. And you don't have the time to explain to him that maybe it's a little bit inappropriate to carry you like that in front of everyone, especially with the persona that he has had people believe that he has. The stoic Eudex, the uncaring Eudex. And now he's being very caring and very soft with you. But you do want to be carried and coddled sometimes, so you're not above accepting it. You just wrap your arms right back around him and bury your face into his neck. When you get home, you will surely talk about it. For now, he just wanted to relax. Wriothesley, well, he's a bit more vigilante himself, so it's not really certain that things will go in a law-abiding way. But what he's sure that he can do is protect you and make sure nobody dares to mess with you ever again. Because it's not normal to stand in the middle of the street and see someone trying to hurt you all of a sudden. Immediately, he pushes them away and stares at them, intimidating as he towers over their form. You get 1 minute to explain yourself. Come on, I'm waiting. And he does not even give them a chance. You're quite sure that barely even 10 seconds pass before he decides to throw a punch. And you look at him, startled. Wriothesley, let's not do this, please. Lion, don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine, he says. And that's when you know you're utterly helpless to do anything else. There's not a lot that you can do when he's very convinced that this person needs to be taught a lesson. Not that you disagree, but, well, there are better ways to go about things. But then again, there was no convincing him right now. It took a couple of punches before he was finally satisfied. And then, the guards did not do anything. Surprisingly. How are we just not going to jail right now? Well, it was self-defense. I was protecting you. Well, you could have done that without the use of so much force. I mean, not that I'm saying he doesn't deserve it, he does. I'm only saying, could we be more careful in the future at least? I'll try. I really will. But sweetheart, you really don't need to worry so much. Nothing requires all of that concern. The most that I want from you is to just be careful. I'm not going to be there every time. You need to learn how to stand up for yourself. But I don't want to be violent. You don't have to be. I mean, it's really not a choice most of the time. But if you don't want to be, you could at least learn to defend yourself. And I'm a great teacher, aren't I? He says, kissing your cheek and wrapping an arm around your waist. He was glad you're alright, but he really does not want you to be defenseless if anything like this happens again. He would like to pretend that he's in a world where everything's fair and everything makes sense. But that's not really true. It's not what's happening right now. So all he can do is just hope that you'll be safe and try his best to protect you. And he was grateful that he was there in time, that nobody has tried to hurt you. But he can't be sure for the future, and for that, he needs you to be able to just defend yourself at least. That's all. For now, he will spoil you as much as he can. That experience must have not been good for you, and he doesn't want anyone to ruin your day, and certainly not us come back off the streets. So he takes you to a restaurant and gets you your favorite food. And as for those self-defense lessons that he will be giving you, he's quite sure they will be interesting. But that would be a thing for a whole other day entirely. Now, he just wants to focus on you